Hey everyone, this is Leo Young with Impressive Reviews, and here we are watching over The Flash, episode 1 of season 3, titled Flashpoint. Quick spoiler warning right here, skip if you haven't actually seen the episode, or if you're feeling weird, stick around. Either way, let's begin. So we start off 3 weeks after the Flash defeats Reverse Flash and stops him from killing his mother, and then we find Barry at the Jitters coffee shop watching Iris West from the distance. He originally intended to talk to her, but the TV started playing to show a fight between the rival and Kid Flash. He quickly speeds over to find the two speedsters fighting and almost gets hit by a random lightning strike produced by the rival himself. After both speedsters disappear, Barry returns to Jitters and reintroduces himself to Iris West. He sparks up a conversation and actually gets her to agree to go on a date with him. One thing I'd like to add is that at this point, nobody actually remembers Barry, as both Iris and the Kid Flash looked Barry in his eyes and had no clue who he was. A quick scene right after shows Barry heading over to the CCPD, which is quickly showing that he's still in the CSI. After that, we head over to where Barry is holding Reverse Flash, using a cage similar to the one Zoom used on him in Season 2. The two quickly get into an argument, leading to Thawne calling Barry out for stepping down and letting someone else carry the burden of being the Flash. The scene right after shows Barry's mom and dad, both very much alive, and Barry currently living with them. In fact, his mother is actually trying to gently hint that she wants him to move out, but being so loving, they don't continue to press the issue. Sometime after, Barry returns to the CCPD where his boss, a man known as Mendez, asks where Joe is, saying that there will be consequences if he didn't show up again. Still having the same relationship with Joe, Barry covers for Joe, making a lie, and quickly heads over to his house to find him passed out drunk. Right after he bathes and clothes him, that's right, bathes and clothes, Joe gets defensive, asking why Barry is so interested in him, which is when Iris walks into the CCPD, causing Joe to openly show his distaste for the two of them dating. Iris takes Barry outside where the two of them have a heart-to-heart chat. During the talk, Barry's memories of Iris begin to fade, but they are quickly interrupted by a passing cop who says that both the Kid Flash and the rival are fighting. Barry speeds over to the scene to save Kid Flash from falling to his death, and then unmask him to see that it's his old friend Wally West. The both of them return to Wally's home, where Wally explains to Barry that him and Iris are working together to fight crime. During the actual conversation, Barry will never reveal himself to be a speedster, but instead asks how Wally gained his powers. He told him that Wally gained his powers from driving an illegal car with an experimental fuel away from a thunderstorm. A lightning had struck the car, putting Wally in a coma for 9 months just like Barry, and he came out with his speed powers, being named Kid Flash by his older sister. Barry offers to help beat the rival, which leads them to Ramon Industries, where they find out that Cisco actually helped develop the Kid Flash costume and has no actual care for Barry or Wally, or even Iris. Barry tries to emotionally connect with him by pulling past memories of his old life, but then he begins to forget. Out of fear, he heads over to the Reverse Flash and asks him what's going on. It's here that the Reverse Flash explains to him that the more he uses his speed, the quicker he begins to forget. So, not wasting any time, Barry heads over and collects Wally, Cisco, and Iris to reveal that he's the Flash and that he created this new timeline and how he did. He then goes off and kidnaps Caitlin Snow, whom this world is an eye doctor, believing that she could help in the search. Taken away from time, Barry and Iris go and have another talk. Iris admits that she feels a much stronger connection than Barry is letting on, and before they can go any further, however, Cisco comes and interrupts them that Caitlin had found her own way to find the rival. Barry and Wally run up to the rival at an old abandoned sawmill, which is where we find that CW is switching up its system. Instead of having an entire season dedicated to hiding the identity of the speedster, the rival quickly reveals his mask and shows that he is Edward Claris. During the fight, Wally and Barry work together. Well, actually, which is the funny thing, Wally goes on his own to fight the rival and in turn gets impaled from behind. Barry has to go and defeat the rival, which he does, but it's Joe that takes the killing shot. They take him back to Cisco Industries, only to find out that his abilities aren't helping him heal any faster. Seeing as there's no other way to save him, Barry and Iris meet with his parents one last time. As he exits, he loses his memory of them and races down to see Thawne. Together, Thawne and Barry go back in time, Barry having no other choice but to let Thawne kill his mother, which then resets the timeline to its original state. However, Thawne states that some things have changed And when Barry enters the home to see Joe and Wally together, it's obviously mentioned that Iris and Joe no longer have the same relationship that they had before. The after credits, well, that shows Dr. Alchemy meeting Edward Claris of the right timeline. Personal thoughts will be coming in the video afterwards, but I hope you enjoyed. Thank you, and see you. Alright, so this is Leo's personal thoughts. That is me on Flashpoint. Start off, I already knew that this was going to last at least one episode due to all the researching I had done on the episode. But I'm actually expecting it to be a little bit more into episode 2 and 3 until they actually get this whole Barry, Iris, and Joe thing down. Second off, I want to go on to is the rival. It was actually a Jay Garrick villain, but for this one they wanted to do Wally. I'm guessing later on they'll add Jay Garrick to become his main villain because we've seen that he's coming up soon. And finally, Reverse Flash came back in time and killed Barry's mother. And we all know that the Reverse Flash went back in time the first time, and then he was stranded in the year, I think it was 1996, 1995. But now we saw that after he killed Barry's mother, the first thing he did was run off. Because we saw that the original original Thawne and the other Barry disappeared. So where does that leave all the other events like Harrison Wells and all that? Does that still go on, or is that like, well, we won't know until later on. Dr. Alchemy part was interesting because he drew his name into the glass, which is like, gave me an idea that he would be working a bit with Mirror Master. But that's all my thoughts for now. Thank you for listening, and hopefully we can get to episode 2.